Hello everybody, welcome back to another Roblox scripting tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you about events and functions. They are definitely used a lot inside of Roblox and all other different programming languages out there, so there's something that it's necessary to learn if you want to get into scripting. So functions are a little bit more advanced, so don't worry if you don't understand it first time. It's okay. When I was learning about functions, it was hard for me to understand too, but I'll do my best to teach you guys about it. So, if you need help with functions, you come to the right video. So yeah, let's get started. So if you don't know what a function is basically a set of instructions that can be used multiple times. So let's say you had a line or multiple lines of code and you wanted those lines to get executed or called multiple times. You can have those lines called multiple times by putting them in a function. So that's what they're basically used for. It's just a section of code that gets called that can be used multiple times. So yeah, let's get started. So what we're going to be doing today is inserting a new script. So we're not going to be using the same script we've been using for the last two videos, so it's going to be something a little bit, a different script than before, and we're going to name the script script 2, not to get confused with the first script. So yeah. Alright, so we're really only going to need one variable for this, I think. So counter is what I'm going to be using. So the way you create a function is you write function, the word function, and you can name it anything you want. Let's just say count up, the count up function. Alright, so that's basically how you make a function, and you'll need parentheses to make a function. Alright, so anything that's in this function between the function count up and the end can get called once or multiple times. So I don't know, let's just add counter by 1. So this is a little bit of a review from two videos previously. So yeah, counter equals counter plus 1. That if you don't know, that adds counter by 1. If you haven't seen my previous two videos, please check it out right now so you better understand what I'm doing here, because it can seem a little bit confusing, but anyway. Alright, so this is not all we have to do. The countup function, the line 4 will only get passed if the function is called. And the way you call a function is if you just write the function name and parentheses. So in order to call countup function, all you need to do is just do countup and with parentheses. So that's really all you need to call the function. And let's say you had function, I don't know, count down, or say hello or anything like that. You do say hello because that's the name of the function. So you get the point. Alright, so hopefully you guys understand that. So I don't know, I might as well put this down here. So yeah, same thing. Line 11 is going to call count up, and say hello, and line 13 is going to call say hello. So you should all know by now how to call a function. You write the function name and put parentheses in. Okay, so let me show you. Oh yeah, we'll also need a print, so you can see whatever's going on, because with only line 4, that only adds the counter variable. If you want to see the counter variable, you need to print. You need to do print counter. So that's going to display the counter variable on the output window. So, and same thing for say hello, it's going to print hello, the word hello on the output window. So let's just see what happens when we run the game. So as you see here, 1 and hello got executed. Line the one got printed by line 5. That's the counter variable. Counter stores value of 1. And line 9, it prints a string hello. So it's a review from my earlier videos. Okay, so now if we want to call this function, if we want to call a function multiple times, we're going to be using the while loop. This is a review from my last episode. So let's just say we want to call the function until count is 20. So while counter is less than 20, do. So that's a review from last video. This is why I went to review on if then statements, while loops, and for loops before this video. So you guys can do more in this video. So So what that loop's going to do is loop itself until count is 20, or it's going to loop itself as long as count is less than 20. So what that's going to do, so line 14 is basically going to call the function, and it's going to wait 1 second. Those two lines are going to get called until count is 20. So let's just see what happens. All right. So as you see here, we see numbers being printed. That is printed by line 5. Function countup is being called every time this while loop gets called, because line 14 calls countup. And we should see, yep, it stops at 20 and then it prints hello. So that's just the order of the code. I'm not going to go into too much detail because some of you may know it, but some of you might not. So please go check out my last episode if you haven't already. It will definitely help a lot. So anyway, moving on. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to teach you guys about is the event. Now, an event is anything that happens in a game. It can be a user input on the keyboard, a mouse click, or anything that happens within the game, such as players touching each other, or parts touching each other, or etc., etc. They're basically things that happen inside the game. So what I'm going to be demonstrating now is click detector. Now, click detector is this object where it's inserted in a part or an object, a physical object. There will be a little cursor that will pop up when the mouse is hovering over it. So let me just insert click detector real quick. So click detector is not active yet, but when I run it, let me just rename this to click detector part, or CD part for short. Oops, wrong. I don't know, I want to get you guys confused, so let's just do CD part, okay? So let me just demonstrate what a click detector is. I will describe a little bit more in detail what events are mainly used for, but so yeah, let me just run over to the part. So yeah, this is the CD part. Now, as you see, the cursor, you see like this little hand thingy cursor. That's what occurs when I hover over this part. You see all these other parts without the click detector. There's no the cursor doesn't appear like the part does. Let me just change the brick color so this doesn't confuse you. So, let me just move it closer to here so that it's not too confusing. So, see, the click detector is mostly used for clicking things. So, with this click detector, we're going to be using it for clicking. So again, events are mostly used to call functions. When an event occurs and you use to call function, it will call that function. It's like every action, the event is the action, calls for a reaction or a function. All right. So what we're going to be doing is inserting a click detector. So yeah, let's just do click detector equals workspace dot cd part. Oh wait, actually, you know what? I did that wrong. You know what? In order for syntax purposes, guys, I want an underscore, so I just corrected that. So cd underscore part dot click detector. So this is a review from 2 episodes back, because click detector is basically a reference to the click detector of the CD part. Workspace is the parent of CD part, and CD part is the parent of click detector. Okay? So that's just a review from my previous episode. So hopefully you guys understand it better. Alright, so what we're going to be doing right now is doing an event. So all we need to do is use the reference click detector. I think, yeah, click detector. Yeah, click detector dot mouse click colon connect. Yeah, what's the function? Yeah, count up. Alright, so I think that should work. So what this does, you know what, let me just run it real quick. Actually, yeah. Oh, you know what, let's comment out this so it doesn't interfere. So where is it? Okay, cool. I want to test to see if it works or not. So yeah, I just do not want to waste your time. Alright, so it does work. Alright, so basically line 22, click detector is the object reference. It's basically the click detector. Mouse click is the event that is triggered or called or triggered whenever I click the left mouse button. So whenever I click the left mouse button on the CD part, that event will be triggered. And connect will basically connect the event to the function, which basically calls the function, and then the function name count up. And as you see, the colon is basically it's a method. Connect is a method that calls functions. So see a mouse click. So you don't use a dot to for methods. You use a colon. And methods are basically what objects can do. So connect is one of the methods. Get children are methods, get service, all this kind of stuff, but I'm not going to go into too much detail. So whenever I left click on the CD part, the white part, you'll see a lot of, just pay attention to the output window, guys. So whenever I click this, so I'm clicking it, and as you see, hold on, sorry guys. So anyway, so what we're going to be doing is, so as you see here, whenever I click on the part, so if you hear my mouse click, that's my left mouse click. So every time I click on that mouse, on that part, whenever the cursor has to be over the part in order for it to work. So whenever I click on the mouse, whenever it's hovering the part, it will call this function. Line 22 basically does all that, and the function will add count by 1, or add counter by 1, I mean, and then print counter. All right. So, oh yeah, the last thing I'm going to be teaching you guys are parameters. Now, parameters are things that get called, well, yeah, parameters, let's see, parameters are any value that can get passed to a function, and it goes into parentheses. So let me just try my best to do this because I haven't done it in a while. So let me just try this. So I'm going to comment out this line. So in order to pass a parameter, all you need to do is call a function count up, and any parameter you want to call, you put inside the parentheses. So let's just say, we want to put a parameter of 5. So this parameter of 5, we're going to put the variable, I don't know, let's just do like C or K. So K will be 5 because it's passing, so line 14 is passing a parameter of 5. So let's just say K equals 15. Or you know what, now let's print K out. Let me just show you how to do that. So say hopefully, yep, as you see right here, 5 got line 6 printed out K. I think the recording button is obstructing my view. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, at line 13, so if you don't know, line 13 called count up function, which passes a parameter of 5. And K is linked up to 5, so K stores the value of 5. So I can name anything I want as a parameter. I can name it count, or I don't know, dog or cat, whatever. And then printed K, which is 5. So that's basically an integer variable. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. So I'll go more in depth into parameters. So um, no worries there. But anyway, so this is the end of my tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful for you. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as it would help a lot. My next video, I will probably go into you doing vector 3s and position, mostly vector 3s, so that's another part of scripting. But other than that, I will see you later. Bye!